the first comedian of the evening. She's your host and MC. She is also a member of the advanced comedy class. Put your hands together and make a lot of noise for Ann Duke.
Hi everybody, how you doing? So good to see you. I see some friendly faces out here tonight. So is everybody ready to laugh? Yeah, good. I have the pleasure of being your warm-up tonight, so lucky me. We've got a really funny lineup for you tonight. I think you're going to have a great time. But before we get started, we're going to spend a little time talking about me. Now, I have been married twice, and both of my husbands would love to be here tonight, but unfortunately they're both dead. Yeah, that's some shitty luck, isn't it? Yeah. 2 dead husbands. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 dead husbands? Really? I swear I had nothing to do with it. Or maybe I did. Just saying, you might want to laugh at my jokes. Yeah, 2 dead husbands. You can imagine how that goes over on a first date, right? I mean, that is a mighty aphrodisiac. Yeah. Sir, do you know what an aphrodisiac is? Yeah, you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be condescending. That means talking down to people. Yeah. So there I was, back out in the dating world. And let me tell you, it is brutal out there for women of a certain age, which sadly is my age. So like everybody, I decided to check out the online dating scene. You know, I signed up for Match.com, you know, that website where everybody's profile picture is about 10 years old. And that other one for mature singles, Our Time. What a shit show. I mean, they really should call that Out of Time. Do you agree? So I did this dating thing for about 6 months, and just about the time I was ready to give up on it, I met a really nice guy, and now he's my boyfriend. Yeah. He's from England. His name is Dave. Now, Dave is an engineer, so of course he knows everything. Luckily for Dave, he's a few years older than the ages that my husband's passed away at. So I think he's dodged that bullet. But if he tells me one more time that the British office is funnier than the American office, he might be number 3. Now, Dave has been here in the States since 1986. But I swear to God, if you met him, you would think he just got here yesterday. I mean, I'm fascinated by these people that can come to the States, live here for decades, and still maintain their accent. I mean, listen, I was in England for 2 weeks, and I'm like, hey mate, bring me a pint! Now, Dave's accent isn't all highbrow like the Queen. None of this, could you bring me a spot of tea, Mum? No. Dave is from the east side of London. So he's got that thick Cockney accent. You know, sort of like if Michael Caine and Elijah Doolittle had a baby, right? My favorite is when he talks to Alexa. Alexa, what's the temperature in Birmingham? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Alexa, what's the temperature in Birmingham? The temperament of the Burmese people is generally quite pleasant. Alexa, bugger off. So, let me tell you though, here's the really hard thing about being in a new relationship. And that is having to get naked in front of somebody new for the first time in over 25 years. I mean, holy shit. Listen, if I had the boobs I had when I was 36, or the ass I had when I was 26, or the stomach I had when I was 16, well, that would be fine. Right, ladies? But oh no, That Mother Nature is one cruel bitch, isn't she? Yeah. I mean, honestly, at my age, if my boobs are sticking out further than my belly, I feel like I'm winning the battle. Now, you know why this neckline stops here? Because the Spanx starts right there. Yeah. That's my strategy. Where the clothes end, the Spanx begin. I swear to God, if I took this top and these pants off, you would think I was going scuba diving. I swear to God. Now, it has come to my attention lately that some men don't know what Spanx are. Sir, do you know what Spanx are?
No, I don't.
So you go out with girls, but you don't get to touch them?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, very well. Now, there are occasions that actually call for more than one spank. Back when I was dating, my strategy was 3 spanks on the first date, 2 spanks on the second date, and so on. You get it. So if a guy made it to the 4th date, he actually got to see what I look like, right? And there are times, if you think about the science behind spanks, now the idea is that it's supposed to hold everything in, right? Let's face it, that fat's got to go somewhere. I mean, you can tell how many layers I have on based on how fat my face looks. And if, God forbid, my feet start to swell up, just take me to the hospital. Now, before I bring out our first comic, I want to tell you my favorite spank story. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
So, we've got some ladies in the room. Has anybody ever bought a dress for a special occasion that was a little bit down the road and you thought, you know what, I'll buy the 6 instead of the 8 because then I'm going to lose a few pounds, I'll slide right into it. Yeah, you too, right? So I have that dress and I was wearing it to an event a few months ago. So when I tried it on, obviously I needed some help, right? So I bought what I can only call a contraption. This Spanx thing where literally one leg goes in, the other leg goes in, you pull it up, get the straps on, right now you're all like sucked in, put the dress on, Dave, zip me up, right? All zipped up, ready to go, locked and loaded. Then I put on the 3-inch heels, which incidentally, I also should have bought in a bigger size. Put those on, we're ready to go. Off to the party, right? Now, here's the rub. We'll let these folks get seated. Did you get caught in traffic? Yeah. Anyway, so here's the rub. We women of a certain age, I mean, we have to pee like every 45 minutes, right? Anybody with me on that? Right? And so now I'm at the damn State Theater. I can't take Dave into the ladies' room with me, right? And I'm not going to dislocate a shoulder by trying to unzip this dress. So at this point, there's only one way to go, right? That's from the bottom up. Now, God love those women at Spanx. They figured out that they could put a little slit right in the middle of that thing, right? So, picture this. I'm in the tiny stall. Got my big red dress hiked up, right, ready to go. And now I gotta part this thing like the Red Sea so that, heaven forbid, I don't pee on myself, because that would just ruin the whole night, right? So I'm in the stall. I'm down, crouched down, parting this thing. At this point, like my flippin' 60-year-old thighs are seizing, I'm telling you. And then, of course, I can't go. And so I'm waiting and waiting. I'm down here like this, and all I can think is, if somebody walked in this restroom right now and was looking under the stalls, they would be looking right into my face. Jesus Christ. Now, that's an aphrodisiac, huh? So, before I get out of here, I just have to tell you my absolute favorite thing about Spanx. And that is at the end of the night when I get to take those bad boys off. Oh my God, there's no better feeling. You know what? It's going to be a long night. I actually can't wait till I get home. Excuse me. Take care of this.